Good morning and welcome to worship. We're really looking forward to the lockdown lifting a bit so we can have more tech people back. But many thanks to Joe and Gary for being here this morning, and Lynn as well for leading worship with me. I'm going to start with a bit of Knox family news, and I just want to preface that by saying I recognize now that our worshiping community here is much larger than the folks that would call the bricks and mortar of this building home. Yes, we have worshiping with us all the time, those who would populate these pews before the pandemic, but there are many, many more who call this worship experience their home. And so welcome and good morning to you, and recognize that our ministry and outreach is open to all people. So even if Lynn or I are speaking to the traditional Knox or the historical Knox congregation, like I will be in a moment, some family news, know that this church is your church, that it has nothing to do with the walls and the ceiling, that it has to do with the people of God being brought together by the Holy Spirit to worship God. So welcome and good morning to all who worship together in this way. The bit of family news, unfortunately, is not happy news. The sympathy, love, and prayers of this congregation, it breaks my heart, are extended to David and Lois Rock on the death of their daughter, Susan. So David and Lois, we're praying for you, and we are with you in spirit. And thank you to those who have been reaching out as well. Continue to do so to the Rocks, but also to countless others that you know from, again, the historical congregation here, or perhaps your neighbors, family, friends. Continue to reach out and connect. It is more important than ever that we do so. Two other quick announcements. The first is just to let you know, you'll notice I didn't mention Monica when I said who was in the sanctuary today. Monica has been attending the Association of Presbyterian Church Educators, APSE, their annual conference. She's been attending it online because there are 1,000 people who attend. So she's been busy doing that over the last 3 or 4 days, and so she is not here this morning. Her feet are up, I hope, and she's drinking a tasty latte at home. So we won't have a children's story this week, so we're going to have to figure out how to wonder on our own. My favorite thing, actually, Heather and Phil Carey came up with this name. They're calling her Wonder Woman. That's Monica now, because she makes us wonder. And then finally, I would just invite you to subscribe to the newsletter if you have not done so yet. You'll find there all sorts of news in and through the congregation, the church, the community, outreach. Also, you'll find the links to things like coffee hour after worship, the Wednesday night conversation group. You'll find information about ongoing ministries like Grief Share and upcoming ministries like our Lent book study. And that's going to start after Lent 1. It's coming up, but you'll find more information there on the newsletter. So make sure that you go to knoxoakville.com and subscribe to the newsletter.